Well, hello beautiful souls, it's your girl Janae coming at you with another video, and as you can tell by the title, this video is going to be all about 20 underrated fragrances in my perfume collection. So if you guys are interested in seeing what fragrances need to be hyped up some more, then go ahead and just keep on watching. So if you're new to my channel, hello again. My name is Janae. Welcome. And if you are returning, thank you so much for clicking back onto another video. I truly appreciate you guys' support. So if you have not already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and join the family, and give this video a thumbs up if you want to see more videos from moi. Now let's hop right in. So the first fragrance or fragrances I'm going to talk about is actually a combo, and it is my scent of the day today. This combo is super underrated. I mean, I feel like these two fragrances on their own need to be hyped up some more, but this combo is so bomb to me. I feel like this is the perfect like flirty slash brunch slash like church, just something in the daytime type of vibe. And this combo is Skin, the Reserve Blend, and Sparkling Sugar from Clean Beauty. This fragrance combo is so beautiful. I believe that this is perfect for that girly girl, perfect for the girl next door, the pretty girl, the one that doesn't want to do too much but still wants to smell good and a little bit edible. I'll go ahead and start off with Skin, because Skin is one that pleasantly surprised me. This is a floral, sweet, musky fragrance. It also has a little bit of woodiness. It has a little bit of sweetness from some praline. This literally smells like your skin but better, but a little sweet. Like, it's perfect. It's not cloying. It's not too sweet. This is the type of fragrance that I absolutely love to wear to the airport. This fragrance is just so gorgeous. It's like a barely there fragrance, but you still smell good. It really doesn't smell like you're wearing a perfume, which is something that I really enjoy. And with this being a clean brand, like, you can't go wrong. So not only does this fragrance have some honeysuckle along with some orange blossom, you also get some vanilla orchid in this fragrance. You get some musk, you get that praline note, you get some cedar wood. And I truly believe that this is the type of scent that someone would absolutely love as their signature scent. You can wear this year round. It's not too much of anything. It is absolutely gorgeous. I was wearing this out this summer. Like, this was my summer go-to when I was in Indiana, when I did not know what to wear. When I went to Jamaica, I wore this to and from the airport. Like, this has been my tried and true, and I really enjoy the fragrance. So this is gorgeous, but let's go ahead and get into Sparkling Sugar, because she's the second part of this dynamic duo. Sparkling Sugar, oh my god, I fell in love with Sparkling Sugar when I went to Sephora and I smelled it when it was like recently launched. I had to get the travel size because I was like, I want to see how this wore. This is absolutely stunning. This is a sweet, fruity, floral fragrance. You get these gourmand touches, you get a little muskiness, and you get a tad bit of woodiness. So this scent is super pretty to me. You get some ambrette seeds in here, you get some peach nectar. You also get a pink sugar note, which I think really adds to that sugary factor of the fragrance. And then you get notes of blonde wood, some tonka beans, along with some white musk. And to me, the white musk allows this fragrance to be fresh, but not too fresh and clean. This is such a pretty fragrance. However, these two together, baby, these two together can do no wrong in my eyes. After layering these two together, I can't put either one of them down. And I want to go ahead and thank Clean Beauty for collaborating with me on this portion of the video, because you guys just continue to support my channel. You continue to believe in me. And if it weren't for you guys watching my videos and supporting me and clicking links and purchasing fragrances, I wouldn't get opportunities like this. So I genuinely want to thank the brand, and I want to thank you all for your just immense love and support that you guys have been showing me. So I do feel like both of these fragrances are super underrated when it comes to this combo. So this next fragrance is one that I feel needs to be hyped up so much more, like so much more, because it is such a unique coffee fragrance. Like, I really want people to talk about it more, get their nose on it. This fragrance is La Tacita de Cafe from the house of Day 3 Fragrances. This scent is a delicious coffee scent. It's lactonic, it's boozy, it's gourmand, it's delicious. I love wearing this fragrance, and a little bit goes a long way. They actually recently updated their bottles, and I think it looks so sleek and so minimal, and it's an extrait de parfum, so you're getting a lot of bang for your buck. Absolutely love love this fragrance, and I think that this is a type of fragrance that if you love gourmands, especially if you love coffee scents like myself, you would enjoy this fragrance so much. If you like scents like Angel Share, those boozy scents that have a gourmand twist, it's similar to that as far as it being in that realm. It doesn't smell like Angel Share whatsoever, but it gives that vibe. It's so beautiful. It lasts so incredibly well on the skin, and I just love how it develops over time. You kind of get a different fragrance at different points, and I think that's one of my favorite parts of perfumery in general, when it just takes you on a journey, right? Just takes you on a journey, and you can really smell different elements, and it'll give you different type of moods and nuances, and oh, it's just gorgeous. It's gorgeous. Love this fragrance. I feel like people need to talk about this so much more, especially if you love gourmands and you love coffee fragrances. This needs to be in your collection ASAP for sure. Now this fragrance is one that is also for the gourmand lovers. I do have quite a few gourmands in here because I love gourmands, and I think that there are a lot that are underrated, but this fragrance is one that I just love so much. Like, I genuinely love wearing it. I like to pull it out on days where it's like cooler outside, not necessarily freezing cold, because I do find that if you have a little bit of heat lingering, this projects off the skin very well. This is one umbrella for two from the House of Floricu. I believe they changed the caps on these, so the top looks a little bit different, but this is such a beautiful scent. It literally smells like blueberry scones to me. This is a sweet, fruity, woody fragrance. You get this gin matcha tea note, so you get this herbal, herbaceous type of vibe. You get this rice note that kind of comes off as like a scone or a muffin, and you get this blueberry nuance from some black currant, some musk in here as well, some cedar. It's just beautiful. This is just a beautiful fragrance. I feel so sexy, like as far as like being a treat whenever I wear this scent, and it doesn't smell like too foody. It still smells like perfume, but it does have that like mouth-watering black currant that's in here that gives it that edge. And I just love the story behind Floricu. I love the little poems that are on the back of the bottles. I just think it's so cute. I think it's so luxurious, and this is one of the reasons why I love perfumery, because it's so different. You can find so many brands that do so many different things, and Floricu is one underrated brand that I find needs to have more hype in 2023, 2024, because it's just so artistic and gorgeous. So this is one umbrella for two from the House of Floricu, and I think you should get your nose on it if you have not already. Now this scent is for my boozy vanilla lovers. If you love vanilla fragrances and you wanted to have a little bit of a boozy edge, this scent is for you. This is Note Vanille Nectar from the House of M. Micallef. This fragrance not only is a boozy vanillic scent, but it also has a nice floral nuance from some white florals. Love the fact that this is a more intense version of the original, which I absolutely love, and I posted my top 20 vanilla fragrances. Note Vanille and Note Vanille Nectar are in my top, but the thing is I would have it at like 21, you know, like the other ones I like just a little bit more, but I just love vanillas in general that I can't include every single vanilla that I have in my collection. But this fragrance has notes of rum, so you get that sweet booziness, you get some cognac in here, of course you get vanilla, and you get this beautiful jasmine note. It's absolutely gorgeous. If you love the original Note Vanille and you want something a little more intense, then I think you should check out Note Vanille Nectar, because this scent is just incredible. This is a fragrance that I find to be one that I don't have to really overspray or go too hard on the trigger. Even though I love the scent, I love overspraying the original, but this one I like to just delicately spray, and I love that like boozy vanilla that comes off the skin, and that extra dose of jasmine really makes this fragrance sensual to me because of those white florals. So yeah, this is Note Vanille Nectar from M. Micallef. It's beautiful. If you love boozy vanillas, this is the way to go for sure. Next we have a fragrance that I did a dedicated review on, I think maybe 2 years ago, and this fragrance is just so beautiful. After it launched, I haven't really heard many people talking about it. I know Aisha talks about it, Simply Aisha. This is one of the most coziest fragrances that I have in my collection, and I genuinely feel like this fragrance is underrated and needs more hype. This is Velvet Tonka from the House of BDK. Not only is this a sweet, powdery, warm fragrance, it has a little bit of spice to it. It has a beautiful floral nuance with some some woodiness. This also has a little bit of a nutty quality to it as well. This has orange blossom and almonds in the top, and to me the almond is nutty, but it also goes kind of cherry and fruity at the same time. And then when the fragrance dries down, that's where you get that tobacco along with that rose. The tobacco isn't too ashy, but it also isn't green. It's not too smoky. It's just a beautiful, well-rounded tobacco note. The rose isn't really that prominent either, but it does complement the almond very well, I noticed. And then in the base, of course, you get that vanilla. You get some tonka beans, of course, velvet tonka, and you get some amberous woods with some amber wood. So the woodiness is beautiful. I do find that this kind of goes a little creamy on my skin. So the tonka beans are powdery, they are sweet, but for some reason this does go a little bit creamier. So I think the vanilla adds this creamy vanillic quality to it, but it is powdery at the same time. Velvet Tonka is one from the house of BDK that I think needs more hype. I feel like people talk about the same three, and I'm like, Velvet Tonka is a gem. So like, let's talk more about her, you know? Now this fragrance, I recently hauled this, right? And I think my haul is gonna go up before this video, so please check that out if you have not already. But this scent is one that I picked up because I have been on an Arabian Middle Eastern kick, right? I've been loving Middle Eastern fragrances, Arabian fragrances. They have just been doing it for me with the price and also the way that the fragrances smell and how they make me feel. So this is Crystal Love for Her from the House of Atar collection. This fragrance is such a beautiful scent, and it's so underrated because people talk about Kahit, Night, or even Hayati, but they don't really talk about this fragrance. I'm gonna tell y'all now, Simply Aisha, she's the one that influenced me to buy it. She talked about this fragrance in one of her videos. I'll leave it linked. And I was like, wow, like that sounds incredible. I need that in my life. So I picked it up like ASAP. This is a fruity, sweet, slightly gourmand fragrance. It has some spice to it, and you get this vanillic quality as well. So I love the fact that this fragrance has dark chocolate. It has some nutmeg. You also get some rose and some vanilla. It's a very, very pretty fragrance, and I love the bottle. Like the bottle screams like Arabian princess, Middle Eastern princess. Like, oh, it's just giving me the vibes. This is a pretty fragrance, but it has some depth to it. It has some heft without doing too much. So that's why I really enjoy this fragrance. And I think that this will be an easy reach for anyone. And then the price of this fragrance, you can't go wrong. So this is Crystal Love for Her from the House of Atar collection. I hope I'm not like boring y'all with this next fragrance because I talk about it so much. I talk about it so much. I love it so much. This fragrance is so sexy and mysterious and just so easy, so unique. It's just beautiful. This is the fragrance that I recommend for anyone who wants to start getting into niche fragrances, more, you know, luxurious fragrances, fragrances that are worth your time, effort, and money. Okay, this is Oud Orchid from the House of Manera. This is gorgeous. It's beautiful. Not only is this like a tropical floral fragrance, you get some muskiness. You also get some vanilla. It's so pretty. You get that woodiness from the oud, but the oud in here is not overpowering at all. I think it really grounds the fragrance and it gives the scent that longevity that it needs, because honestly, most fragrances with oud that I have in my collection perform like a dream, and this fragrance does not disappoint. So not only do you get some coconut with some peach, you also get that orchid note, and you get some vanilla, you get some musk, and you get that oud. So it's perfect. It's so simple, but it's captivating at the same time, and that's what I love about this scent. That orchid note is just so unique. I don't really have any fragrances in my collection with the note of orchid, so you can really smell it, and it gives the scent such a unique twist with that coconut. It's just beautiful. Like, it's stunning, and it lasts all day long. But this isn't like a screamer. It's not like a projection monster. It does sit a little closer to the skin, but the sillage is stunning. It's so gorgeous. And then also, whenever you wear it, it just gives this like mysterious aura. Like, who is that? Like, I don't know who that is, but someone walked past that smelled great. I'm finding myself craving this scent over and over and over again, and I do feel like people need to talk about this scent some more. So this is Oud Orchid from the House of Manera. Next, we have a fragrance that I fell in love with some years ago, maybe going on 4 years at this point, and I just love this house so much. This is Immortelle. This is fall in a bottle. If you want to smell like a gingerbread cookie, like a genuine gingerbread cookie, that's what you're gonna get from this. This is a spicy, warm, sweet gourmand fragrance. You also get this lactonic quality from some milk, and you get a little bit of sandalwood. I feel like this is probably one of the most underrated fragrances for fall that's out there on the market. Like, this is such a gorgeous scent. Like, oh, this has a note of immortelle flower, and if you don't know what an immortelle flower smells like, it can go like hay-like, so it can be like dry and hay-like. It can also go gourmand, so like a brown sugary honeyed type of vibe, and I think that's what I get in here. It gives gingerbread cookie vibes, it gives fall vibes, it gives cozy vibes. It's all of that, and a little bit goes a long way with this fragrance. Seriously, I absolutely love this scent, and I just love how it wears. Like, it just wears so beautifully on the skin. It gives me holiday vibes, and I just love it. I just love this fragrance. If you love gourmands and you want to step out of the box a little bit and not really get into anything that's too sweet, this is perfect. This is heavy on the spice though, so it's very spicy, but I just love it. I love ginger snaps and gingerbread cookies, so to me this is like perfect to wear, and it layers beautifully with other fragrances if you want to like spice them up. So this is Immortelle from the house of Manos Gerakinis. Gorgeous. Love this Greek perfume house. So beautiful. Now this next fragrance is one I have not heard anyone talk about since like 2021, and that's a problem. And this is one of the first fragrances that I was introduced to with the house. I don't even know if they have this fragrance in this bottle anymore, but this is Absolutio. This fragrance is gorgeous. If you love fragrances like Baccarat Rouge 540, but you want to twist, if you love Instant Crush, it gives those vibes, but it has more of a gourmand twist, and I absolutely love it. This is a sweet, spicy, fruity fragrance. You get a little bit of gourmand touches, and you get this slight green earthiness as well. So I love how this fragrance wears. This scent has some almond, some saffron, and some cinnamon in the tops. It's spicy, but it's still kind of leathery at the same time. The almond isn't too prominent, but it is kind of there. It kind of gives me like a fruity nuance, like a cherry vibe, and I love it. And then as the fragrance dries down, you get some toffee along with some apple, which plays into that fruitiness. And then as the fragrance dries down, you get some ambergris, you get some chocolate, you get some caramel, and you get some musk. So this fragrance is so pretty. When it opens up, it does give me like an appley cherry Baccarat Rouge 540 vibe because of the saffron and those other notes. But when the fragrance gets into the deep dry down, you really get those gourmand notes, and it's so pretty. A little bit goes a long way with this one. I learned my lesson from overspraying this, and I like choked myself out. So this is Absolutio from Novatus Parfums, and y'all need to get your nose on this if you have not, because she is super underrated and needs more love for sure. This fragrance, I have so many scent memories tied to it. This reminds me of my pregnancy with my daughter, my firstborn. She just turned 4, and this scent, it really makes me emotional when I think about it because I just love it. I love it. This just reminds me of motherhood. It just reminds me of coming into myself as a 25-year-old at the time, and I'm just love the fragrance. This is the lifer for me, period. This is Nomad from the house of Chloe. This is a fruity, woody chypre. Like, that's really what I can describe it as. It's fruity, it's woody, it's earthy. It has a little bit of a musky quality to it as well. It also has a little bit of a citrus element to it, which I like. This is just gorgeous. Not only do you get Marabelle plum in here, you also get some freesia, which adds to the freshness of the fragrance. But as the fragrance gets into the deep dry down, you get that oak moss. That oak moss is very prominent with that patchouli. It's very much so there. I just love this scent. It's so pretty. It's just calming and just enticing. This was such a surprise whenever I discovered it because I wouldn't expect the brand Chloe to make a fragrance this edgy, and it's beautiful to me. Like, this is one that is memorable, it's unique, it's all of those things. Like, it's all those things, but it can be a little off-putting for some because it does have that like green earthiness to it. Some people might not like that from the oak moss or the patchouli. The patchouli can be a little bit too earthy as well, but I love the fragrance. It really meshes well with my body chemistry, and again, like I said, it just has so many scent memories tied to it for me that I just cannot get rid of it. They have a new flanker. Well, it's not necessarily too new, but it's the Jasmine Naturelle one. I do want to get my hands on that and do like a comparison video from this, the Absolute version, and that one, so I can like see what's tea But yeah, this is so beautiful. I genuinely love the fragrance. If you haven't smelled the fragrance, you can smell it at Ulta and Sephora, I believe. So go get your nose on it, spray it on your skin, and see how it wears, see how you like it. You might absolutely love it like I do. So this is Nomad from Chloe. So pretty, so thought-provoking and memory-driven that I get kind of like choked up. So let's move to the next one before I start crying. This fragrance right here is another Middle Eastern fragrance, another one that has just snatched all my edges out, okay? Just snatched my edges out. This is Bright Peach from Maison Alhambra. I believe they're like a sister company of Lattafa. Look, they making money this year, okay? This is supposed to be like a dupe for Tom Ford's Bitter Peach, but I actually like this more. Spoiler alert. This is a delicious and juicy take on the note of peach. This is sweet, it's fruity, it's woody, but it also has a little bit of a boozy touch to it as well. If you loved peach rings growing up, like if that was your candy, you would love this. So not only do you get some honey, you get some peach, you get some patchouli, and you get this cognac note. So it gives you a little bit of a boozy feel, but all in all, it's peach rings. The gummy peach rings, it smells just like that. This performs very well as well, and you can find this for a really good price. So I really enjoy this. It's super underrated, and I think that more people should talk about this. But I want to get my hands on the cherry one. So if you have the lovely Cherie, or if you know where I can get it, let me know so I can go and grab it like ASAP. For sure. Next, we have a fragrance that has actually nuzzled its way in my top 10 for life. This is one that I think that if you love fragrances like Delina Exclusive or Yara from Lattafa, you would absolutely love this scent. This is a pear from Hermetica. This smells like fall in a bottle as well, but more in like creamy, powdery, caramel apple type of vibe. It has this fresh fruitiness to it. It's sweet, it's powdery, it's slightly creamy, it's vanillic. It has a little bit of woodiness to it as well. So this is absolutely beautiful. It's perfect for this time of year. I think it's a great transitional fragrance from summer to fall, but when you're in fall and you're in the depths of it, this works very well as well, especially if you do like apple orchards or pumpkin patches with your family. This is perfect for that occasion. So this has notes of pear, this has a green apple note. You also get some caramel along with some cedar wood, so it's very pretty. I really enjoy this fragrance. This is one that I really can't stop talking about, and on these colder days, it's a very nice way to incorporate, you know, a fruity fragrance in your fall wardrobe. So a pear from Hermetica. This next fragrance is one of the most unique gourmands that I have in my collection, and I say that as someone who loves sweet fragrances, but this fragrance really is not that sweet, but it is still gourmand and delicious, and I really enjoy that. And this is probably one of my favorites from the house that I've tried so far. They're coming out with a new one that I'm like, yeah, it's probably gonna beat this one, but yeah, this one's really good. This is Bread and Chestnut from the House of Scents of Wood. This scent, wow, like delicious. This is a sweet, woody, resinous fragrance. It also has a little bit of an herbaceousness and some powderiness. So this has a very unique note of rosemary, but it has this very buttery, creamy sandalwood note with some tonka beans and this nice resinous olibanum note that kind of comes off vanillic to me. It's so pretty. I really enjoy the fragrance. This house is one that I absolutely love their gourmands. I love plum and cognac. I love praline and maple. I love bread and chestnut. I do want to try sandalwood and oak, which people say has like a creaminess to it. It's not really gourmand, but they say that it has like gourmand nuances in it, and I'm here for that. And they're coming out with a new vanilla fragrance that y'all gonna be seeing that. But this fragrance is so pretty to me. This isn't a screamer either. It's not too projecting, but it lasts and performs so well on the skin. I just really enjoy how this fragrance wears. It gives this like nice intimate, you know, cloud of a fragrance over your skin, and I think it's just really pretty. I think it's really pretty, and I think it's super underrated. I think more people need to talk about this house in general and not just plum and cognac, even though I really like that fragrance. They have so many many other scents that are just gorgeous. So this is Bread and Chestnut once again, and get your nose on it if you have not already, or you can sign up for their little subscription that they have, and you can try out multiples of their fragrances and really see what you enjoy. This fragrance that I'm going to talk to you guys about is a very affordable fragrance that smells so good, and it's a celebrity fragrance, and I don't talk about celebrity fragrances often on my channel, but this is incredible. This is Onika, and this is from Nicki Minaj. As you can see, people don't like this fragrance because of the bottle, but as y'all can see, I'm almost out of this, and I needed to show this to y'all because this fragrance is super underrated to me. This is a sweet, fruity, tropical fragrance. It's floral. It's really nothing too crazy. It's just pretty, and I think more people need to talk about it because not only is it extremely affordable, but it smells really good and it lasts very well. Like it's a very nice fragrance, and this is one that my wife likes on me, and she's very picky when it comes to fragrances. She doesn't like much. So you get some water lily in here along with some sugar cane, some osmanthus, and you get some cedar wood. I think this is one that if you are on a budget, you want to smell nice, fruity, flirty, and fun, this is a great option. And it's Nicki. Like, who doesn't like Nicki Minaj, you know? This next fragrance is one that I highly recommend. If you have a budget of like 100 to like 130 US dollars, this is probably what you should take home with you. This is Oud 5 from the House of Imperial Fragrances. Not only is this a black owned indie niche brand, but this also is a gorgeous fragrance that you can get for $125. Like, it's so delicious. It's sweet, it's juicy, it's fruity, it's floral, it's musky, it's beautiful. This is perfect for the summertime. I absolutely love wearing this in the summertime. It gives you this tropical vibe because it has its delicious mango note. You get some musk, you get some vanilla, you get this like coconutty creaminess. It's so pretty. Like, this is such a gorgeous fragrance, and it's super underrated. Like, I have not heard enough people talk about this scent because it's perfection. I love me a good mango fragrance, and this is one that is definitely in my top 3 mango fragrances, period. Like, it's amazing. Oud 5 from the House of Imperial Fragrances. Please get you some. Even if you just want to support a black owned brand, this is one that I definitely think you guys should support because they just have amazing fragrances for sure. They have 2 right now, but I know they're going to expand and do great things. So beautiful. Next, we have a scent from one of my favorite luxury niche houses, period. Like, one of my favorites. Probably, my favorite. This is Parfums de Marly Cassili. The feminine collection is so pretty to me. Even the masculine collection is amazing. They came out with Altair this year, and I'm just like, oh my god, like, y'all keep coming out with the hot fire. This fragrance is a sweet, creamy, powdery fragrance. It's floral, it's woody, it's just sensual and sexy without doing too much. This is like Delina Exclusive's little sister who has like a plum twist, and she has more of like a tropical vibe to her. This has notes of red currant, you get some rose, you get some frangipani, you get some plum. It's just beautiful. You get some vanilla, you get some tonka beans, you get some sandalwood. So you get a little bit of everything. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's gorgeous, and this is one that I can continue to overspray and not get overwhelmed with. It has this calming, creamy warmth to it that is so pretty to me for fall. I know you can wear this in the spring and summer as well, but to me, like, I love wearing it in the fall because sometimes the fall has like these days where it's warmer outside. Like, we've been getting like 70-degree weather, and this is great for those days along with those, you know, 80-90-degree weather days in the spring and summer. How is there a train going right now? If you have not tried it, please get your nose on it. If you don't like fragrances like Delina or whatnot, you might like this fragrance because it has this more like calm, chill warmth to it. It's not as like bright, fresh, and tart as like the OG Delina. So Cassili from Parfums de Marly, super underrated. Definitely one to check out if you haven't already. So next we're going to talk about one for my tobacco lovers. This is one that I find to be super underrated. The house many people don't even talk about on YouTube, period, let alone TikTok and Instagram. I would say Instagram gets a little bit more love, but like TikTok, YouTube, this house doesn't really get the love that it deserves, and I do want to try out more fragrances from this house. This is the Merchant of Venice Arabesque. This is such a pretty tobacco fragrance. It's sweet, it's fruity, it's warm, it's spicy, it's woody, it's gorgeous. I just really find that this fragrance is one for the tobacco lovers, for those those who like a little bit more of a fruity twist to their tobaccos. Not only do you get some plum and some tobacco leaves, which the tobacco kind of goes a little ashy, but it's not too ashy to where it's like super smoky or anything like that, like tobacco vanille. And then as the fragrance dries down, you get some cedar wood, you get some tonka beans. You also get some cinnamon, some benzoin, and some musk. So it's a beautiful fragrance, and a little bit goes a long way with this one as well. And I do think that this is a nice scent to, you know, have on your display or whatnot, because it's gorgeous. It's beautiful. They have a couple other fragrances that I do want to get my hands on, but we're gonna see if I have a haul, you know, sometime next year with some more of these gorgeous silhouettes. We have another scent from BDK. I love BDK. BDK is one of my favorite niche houses as well. I would say it's in the top 5 for sure. And this scent is one, oh my God, it's so sexy. Oh, it's so sexy. This is such a sexy fragrance that, like, I feel like everybody needs it in their collection, even if you don't like these deep, dark, heavy, delicious, intoxicating fragrances. This is one that you should have. This is Tobac Rose from the house of BDK. Not only is this a sweet, fruity, spicy fragrance, you also get this nice gourmand touch. You get this nice resinous quality, and you get a little bit of an earthiness from the scent from some patchouli. So on the top, you get a little spice from some pink pepper along with that plum note. And then as the fragrance dries down, you get this gorgeous rose note with some cinnamon along with some chocolate. The base has that labdanum with that patchouli, and I find that it's just super sexy with that tobacco note as well. This is perfect for a man or a woman. I just say go light with the sprays if you don't want to choke anybody out, you know what I'm saying? But me being me, I spray my normal amount and I smell incredible, especially if I'm like going out with a lot of people or whatnot. Then this is one that I definitely reach for to make a statement, honey. Okay, so this is Tobac Rose from the house of BDK. This is definitely underrated. Get your nose on it. You need this for sure. If you want another coffee option, I got you. This is one that I don't hear people talk about, especially this house. Like, this house is an indie niche house that has so many great gourmands, and they don't get talked about enough. This is 4160 Tuesdays Over the Chocolate Shop. This is a sweet coffee fragrance. This is probably one of the most realistic coffee fragrances that I have. It even has a little bit of a smoky touch to it as well. To my nose, I just get the chocolate and I get the coffee. It is a dark roast coffee. The way that the bottle looks is how the fragrance smells. It's deep, it's dark, it's chocolatey, but it's coffee at the same time. It's like dark chocolate or a semi-sweet chocolate. It's not too sweet, but it has just enough to cut through that dark, deep roasted coffee that's kind of like smoky. It's so gorgeous. I would say that if you love gourmands, then you should definitely try this out, especially if you love coffee scents and you want something that's realistic smelling. I love layering this with Coffee Break from the Replica line. This will also be very nice with Bianco Latte, like that creamy gourmand vanilla. I think I just did something. Ooh, I'm gonna have to try that. I'm gonna report to y'all in the description box so y'all can check it out. We are making our way to the last 2 fragrances, and if y'all have made it this far, thank y'all. This next fragrance is one that people talk about, but I don't think they talk about enough. This does not have the hype that it deserves. This is Keep Glaze from the house of Oud. Not only is this a sweet, creamy, lactonic fragrance, but it also has this musky touch and some woodiness. This opens up with some strawberry leaf along with the mango note and some lemon. So you get this like tartness and this green aspect, and you get this delicious mouth-watering mango note. But as the fragrance dries down, you get that creamy whipped cream note. You get some coconut in the fragrance, which I think is like the meat of the coconut. It's very creamy and delicious and decadent. And then you get some musk and some wood. So this is a very pretty scent. I really love it. It's one that if you love like creamy lactonic fragrances, this is one of the creamiest fragrances that I own. This smells like a mango milkshake. Like, think of a mango milkshake with a little lemon, so it has a little bit of a bite to it. Love it. And the bottle, like, you can't go wrong with the House of Food bottle. I'm just saying. So pretty. And last but certainly not least, I'm not going to go into too much detail about this one because I talked about it in the tag video pretty in depth, and I've talked about Fragrance to Bois fragrances a lot. I do have a buying guide on my channel if you guys want to see an in-depth review about this scent, and I recently talked about it in that tag video that I did from Simply Aisha's tag. This is Oud Intense, super underrated. This is a citrusy, sweet, warm, slightly tropical fragrance. It's musky, it's vanillic. Honestly, Definitely you get this fruity note. I think it's something like orange citrusy in here. This smells like an orange dipped in chocolate, but there's no chocolate in this fragrance. You get vanilla, you get oud, you get musk, you get a little coconut in here. It's just very pretty. It's so nostalgic to me. There's something very nostalgic about this fragrance, and I really enjoy wearing it. Fragrance Du Bois has some bomb scents, and they're like incredible quality. Like, you can smell the quality, you can feel the quality. It's straight up luxury if you want to spend some coin. Super underrated. This is definitely a gem in my collection. All right, y'all, so I had y'all here long enough. If you are new to my channel, I do quiz you guys at the end of all of my videos just to see who's been rocking with me into the end or whatnot. And for today's video, leave me the diamond emoji so I know you guys made it into the end, because these are gems. These are gems. I love you guys so much, and I will see you all in the next one.